Well, good morning guys, welcome back, thanks for joining us. One of the first things I want to do before we get into this is just say a big hello to all our brand new subscribers. It's great to have you along and thank you so much for joining us on our journey. It really does mean a lot to us. We've hit the 1,000 and we're rocketing on, so that is fantastic. Thank you so much. Anyway, you can probably tell we're no longer in Llangollen. We came out yesterday, didn't really get much footage of it. The weather was absolutely horrendous. As some people would say, it's wetter than a mermaid's foof. Whatever that means. But anyway, we made it through the Narrowings yesterday and we've got onto the 48-hour visitor moorings. We stopped here overnight just to let the rain die off. The forecast for this afternoon is looking a little bit better, so we're planning on heading off that way. Hopefully going to get around the Chirk area and hopefully going to get around Ellesmere this weekend so we can do a bit of trading because we want to start earning some pennies again. Anyway, as you can see, we're all jumped up. It's absolutely freezing. The fire may have to go on today. We may break out the wet weather gear, who knows? We're only going to find out. Come on then, let's get cracking. So you can probably see back down to a t-shirt. This weather don't know what it's doing. It hasn't rained, touch wood, up to now. And yeah, it's completely warmed up. We had to ditch the jumper, we put the fire on this morning, that's gone straight away. Temperatures was rocketing inside, so we're not having that. I'm not burning diesel for nothing. We're not made of money. So we've been, as you've seen, across Ponkersulty. We're just heading on our way down to Chirk and we're going to have an overnight stop there and maybe a few little fun and games happening this evening. We'll see how we go about that one, so you'll find out shortly. But it's still dry, it's warm, it's dull, it's grey, it's autumn. Still very, very busy though. Very, very busy. So I just wanted to say a very big thank you to Brian Mitchell. Thanks for your support. It really is appreciated and we'll put that to good use. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Brian supported us by buying us a couple of beers. There is a link in the description box below if you're that way inclined. If not, just thanks for watching. But Brian, thank you very much. Well, in true good old British weather form, it's now started to throw it down. So I think it's time to, it's gone cold as well, so I think it's time to get the jumper on, get the wet gear on. This camera needs to go away because we do not want this one getting damaged, and I think we'll have to switch over to a GoPro that can cope with getting a bit of wet. I was hoping I'd make it through today being dry. Hey-ho. Well, that was yesterday evening. We're actually on a spot that we've been to before, and you probably may recognise it because we started off in one of our earlier videos on this spot. But all the time we was here, we'd never actually been down to the Bridge pub. And it was only after we'd left here that we actually started to get some good reviews on how nice the food was in there. So we've decided while we're on our way back, we'll have a quick overnight stop just so we can go to the pub. And to be honest, the food was good. And the prices are even better. I mean, wow. The prices were fantastic. Home cooked food. You know, what's there not to like about that? So if you're heading down this way, we're at Chirk Bank and we've literally moored up just before Chirk Aqueduct. So as you come under the bridge at Chirk Bank, that's the way down to it. So if you're passing this way, yeah, go and give it a try. And they've got a fantastic view of Chirk Aqueduct. Anyway, the plan for today is first cup of coffee. After that, maybe a second cup of coffee. But we're going to move on. We're not going too far. We're only going a couple of miles down the canal and we're heading to St Martin's, somewhere around that area. Basically, I don't know whether that's being picked up, but where we're mooring, it's a nice spot, but we're in the trees. So we're not getting any solar. It is drizzling, so we're not going to get much anyway, but tomorrow the weather improves and we don't want to be stuck under trees. It's a good trading spot, but we're not trading here. We're getting off to Ellesmere. We're going to spend a couple of days out at St Martin's. We're going to catch up on some work. There's a really nice spot that we've earmarked. So we're going to stop there and then we're heading off into Ellesmere. Anyway, I don't know why I'm walking that way, because the boat's that way and that's where my cup of coffee is. So let's get cracking. Right, so we're on the move. Second brew in hand. And all is good in the hood. Not a big cruise, like I said, we're only going a couple of miles down the canal. We've got a nice spot earmarked, hopefully we can get on that. So let's enjoy a little cruise. Well, that has got to be the worst cruise I have ever done. According to the route planner, it was a journey of about 40 minutes. It was about 2 miles, something like that, just over 2 miles. And it should have been about 40-45 minutes. And that cruise took 2 hours. I have never seen so many boats on the canal as I did then. It's unreal. Everybody thinks the Llangollen in the middle of summer, through the kids' summer holidays, it's going to be rammed. Well, do you know what? I was on here in July, August, and it was nowhere near as busy as it is now in September. So if you're looking for the Llangollen at the quiet time, September's not it. One of the best things I'm loving about being on the Llangollen, I think I might have mentioned earlier that it's a lot busier now than it was in the middle of summer. And it's great sharing, it's great fun sharing the canal with all these hire boats. A lot of people won't do it. Ah, you're right. Yeah, a lot of people won't share the canals with the hire boaters, and they don't really want to come up the Llangollen because of that. And you really are missing out, because I mean, it's such a lovely canal, the scenery is fantastic, and everybody's out having a great time. I mean, we've rescued one boat already today that was grounded out and broadsided across the canal. You get a full mix. You've got the people that's been, you know, maybe had boats and then sold them but just hire. You've got share boat owners that only get it for a couple of weeks a year. You've got hire boaters that have hire boated all their lives, people doing it for the first time. It's fantastic. It's really good to see all these people out enjoying this. Why do you need to go abroad? And we've all been there, or the most of us have. I started out as a hire boater very, very long time ago. I bought my first boat when I was 20. 45 now. But it's great fun, and it's great to be sharing it with all these people. We're on canal time. We don't need to rush. So we're here, we're in Ellesmere, and we're all set up, as you can see. We had a bit of a kerfuffle on the way in. There was nowhere to moor up on the arm, so we had to wait for about 2 hours until boats were moving out before we could get in. But we're in. It's no major issue. It's a little bit quieter today, so that's not too bad. It's just meant that we've had a bit of extra time to set up. I'm still suffering from a glass back, so yeah, we could take our time, so no big deal there. Lou's just got a parcel delivered, so I've been designated the one to go and collect it, so let's go and get that job done. So that's always handy to know. The Premier shop in Ellesmere is an Amazon drop-off point. So bear that in mind if you're heading this way and you need Amazon deliveries. I don't know what she's been buying though. It's a fair old size box. And she's been very secretive as to what it was. It's got batteries. Well, the rain that was on the horizon definitely came and it got us. Yeah, it absolutely threw it down. But as you can see, it's nice again now. It was only a shower, lasted maybe half an hour or so. But it didn't stop people coming out. In fact, we actually sold more things in the rain than we have done when it's nice and sunny. So work that one out if you can. Who knows? If there's one thing about trading that is certain, it's that nothing is certain. Anyway, I think it's about time to start packing up. And it's a full pack down today. Planning on moving off from Ellesmere now tomorrow. But we're only nipping around the corner. We're going to a lovely, beautiful little spot called Blakemere. I'll see you there. Well, afternoon guys. As I've just said previously, we're on our way to Blakemere. Hopefully we can get in at Blakemere. It's a lovely day. If we get in, the only downside is that Blakemere is under trees. So although it's a lovely, beautiful day, we're not going to get the solar. But it's a fantastic spot. It's a beautiful spot, so picturesque. So hopefully we get there. We're only going to stay there for one night and then we're moving on again. But first job is get onto the service point, get rid of our rubbish, empty the toilets, fill up with water.